All right, so I was looking. You know how my Judy Garland, Evelyn Feliciano, gave me a bad reference. Judas Frank, gave me a bad. Frankie's honest too, and you're not honest. That's why that's the second most popular Jewish name. Because Frank means Franco, and Franco means honest. Franco, Portuguese foods. España uno, español honesto, español honesto. In English, honest. And you're not honest with us. Your name is Feliciano. Feliciano's honest. And we're all honest. We're honest apes. And you're not part of the honest ape, huh? Yeah. Anyway, she gave 572 bad references to people. And I have one here where it was Dana Landon in 1980, on July 8th, 1973, right? It was an input, neighbor of hers on Riverside. She works at Lenox Hill now. She works for Overlook Hospital. She was a registered nurse. She said she's nasty and horrible with patients and she's racist. She used to live in Unit 401. She still lives in Maryland, at the Riverside, no. She lives by the Lenox Hill area, one of those buildings. She does 570. Don't ever ask Judy Garland for a reference. She's a nasty bitch. Well, and then I got one here. Her name was Lisa Rivera Diaz, 8/6/1974. She resides still there on Unit 705 in her building. Um, she asked for a reference to work at the New York City mayor's office, and she didn't get the job because of Judy Garland. And she says she's irresponsible, she's organized, and she's very tardy and not great, not high on her performance. That was not nice, Evelyn. That was not a good thing. You're not a good girl, Evelyn. Why do you do that to people? No one really. I'm talking to you. No one like this. Why do you do that to people? And then you said about daily life. She asked for a reference twice to her, and you told her the reference for reception is job in Queens, and she didn't get the job because she said that she's not the right fit. She has no experience, and she always gets fired. Now and then Erica Alton, you do the same thing to her. She's not 75, though. She's retired. She lives in Lynn and Galway, no, in New York, Manhattan, Chelsea, though. And you ask for a reference for a hospital, not for a doctor's office, not for a lawyer's office. And what did you tell Erica Alton, the lawyer's office? That she's not reliable. And then she was working for you at one point, and she never completed her tasks on time and everything. And she's not responsible. She's been disorganized. I mean, those are the things you do to people. People need to work. You're not an equal opportunist. And it's not all about the EO. You create a HIPAA. Well, you violate HIPAA every single day. You were one of the creators of HIPAA. And HIPAA was something that we find families back in the day and everything, the medical records. And now those lost families and those foster child children and stuff can't find their families because you created the HIPAA Privacy Act. And this is banning many families to come back together in the United States of America because your HIPAA Privacy Act. But you violated the phone, look at HIPAA for all the time. I want to talk about one more topic about hotel chasing. Tony Vitelli was the master of hotel chasing. I used to have a couple of $1,000 and $6,000 and $7,000 in my bank or $3,000, and then he used to chase me from hotel to hotel because I had to run away from him. But he wanted to make sure that I get home with $0. Trust me, I had to run once from four, 7 different hotels for a week or two, and then he goes to every single hotel. And he tries to get a room eliminated, and then he does in the bottom, in the bottom, or have people do a flash mob upstairs, stomping the floor, and then trust me, on my deliveries of the Chinese food from that garden restaurant in China and Wood Avenue was like very glossy, and I thought, can I get that for me? Trust me, trust me. In New York, it's like he wants my hotel rooms and everything. Trust me, and he makes sure that I have no money, that I will come back home with $0 every single time. It's like I can't save no money. He stole money from the Robert Johnson money. He stole over $2,233 and 27 cents from my severance package. I was in the Millennium, and the mayor of Rockland was working that day because the family owns the Millennium for Miss Sweets in the Millennium, and I had to switch my reservation because he could put a flash mob at the Hampton Inn and everything at one point. That's when I saw Joe and the people at the Times Square one, and I was all day struggling to change my reservation because I had no patience. I had my phone and everything, but I had no patience to be on the phone. over the millennium. So I had to keep a Spanish operator, and the Spanish operator helped me because I spoke, and then I did switch my reservation to Millennium, and then he had the Uber because he controls Uber from my Uber, and then dropped me off in the middle of nowhere, and I had to walk like 7 blocks, and five, four, 3 blocks to the Millennium. I was almost there. And he wouldn't drop me off in front of the Millennium, and then I didn't have the deposit, and I had less than deposit because it was more expensive, and I had to tell the mayor Rockman, which was the manager there, that please, I was a woman, a female, a girl, and please, I was in dire need. They had to close reservations after night because she know what was going on already. Because he tried to book a reservation right after. They had to check up on me, and I was fine. I just brought a bunch of stuff to eat, and I just listened to music and put the TV on and it's love. I opened the window closed. There's a little open window. I remember. It was very crazy. Those black kids from New York and the street from New Jersey, they even told them to the police. They were watching because they know me from New Jersey. They know about Tony. Those kids even knew them. They shit told me. I thought you don't need them. They were staying at the hotel down. Some street kids. I saw first one. All right, so I want to talk about. I've been noticing these kids that do the girls the cannabis has canine K2, I mean, and it doesn't affect females, it affects males, and we have a little problem. These guys, they're beautiful kids and everything. I don't know if they're like girls or like girls, but these guys, they since this film smoking this in 2001, they don't have sex. They don't want to have sex. They don't get off. They don't have oral sex, or they don't have giant intercourse or whatever, or anal intercourse. I don't care what but they haven't, and it's a very concern when you need to ejaculate. At least masturbate, Doctor Rufus is going to tell you that's very bad. You guys are crazy. You guys are very you guys sound like the cute kids that are not even from Marcy Projects or Detroit, and you guys sound like you're from Detroit or Oakland or Compton. Trust me, I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna explain to you my findings. I found this ingredient that they masking it, and it's K2, and no one knows what's the real ingredient, the K2. And then I need Governor Hochul and New York State Congress and all 24 states. Right now, which is the state of Washington. We were supposed to only have marijuana and THC and everything. Trust me, this is not the ingredient we wanted. Probably just taking out the ingredient and not closing out the product. But in the state of Washington, Oregon, Nevada, California, Arkansas, Arizona, Utah, New Mexico, Colorado, Montana, Minnesota, Missouri, Illinois, Ohio, Michigan, New York, Vermont, Rhode Island, Maine, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, and Alaska. We need to do something about this. I found this ingredient. They masked the name a couple of times too. It's called dilamine, and they say it's very hazardous. It's very flammable, and this is what they add to it. And then I was smoking dilamine, and then the name is dilamine, and then I'll spell it just in case some people can research. Diallamine. This one is 2359, the code number for this one. And then I found here it has anger system. They call it dicyclamine, dicyclomine. Dicyclomine, sorry. And it says dry mouth and trouble swallowing, taking talking to pee, increased thirst, dry skin or flushing, dilated pupils. They all have dilated sensitivity to light. Um, the soccer mind helps relieve belly cramp by relieving the gut muscle swelling. This is what they use this for. This is part of the ingredient. And then let me see how many minutes I have left. Because I only have a minute. Um, cannabis. They were supposed to just be cannabis, and then it says the soccer mind is here, and they made develop a 10 anticonvulsant agent against things. Warnings for people with certain health conditions, for people with heart problems. Cause a normal heart rate, uncontrolled blood. And then this is causing anger and stuff in one of them. So I need them to check the dialamine and the supplemine and all these ingredients. It's the K2, which causes people to even kill people at some point in time. Um, trust me, it's a really bad thing. I don't know what you guys can do about the solution, but if the politicians fault, it's all your fault. Because Tony Brian is DICCYOOMINE. That's what Brian recommended.